Indian and Northern Affairs, Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada, Federal Office.
Well, we're not good.
Well, we're not good. We're here to talk about what's happening in Atawapaskat. Okay. And we're looking to get more further resources being sent up there, and not just for that specific area, but for other areas in the James Bay area.
Okay.
We're looking to see some sort of action happen.
Black Lives Matter Toronto, helping.
I'm a chief.
A day one. Day one.
Gary.
No, all the Indians have to be on the ground.
I got some change for you. Here, I'll take it. What?
Loroso.
He wants to get a photo of this.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
We're good.
Hi, what's your name? What do you do? You're live to the world, by the way.
Oh, great.
What's your position here at
This is for
INAC?
Atawapaskat.
Yes.
We really appreciate the support. It's been a bit hectic, eh?
What do you do here?
I'm executive assistant to the RDG. Yeah.
We're not even good enough for we're not leaving.
We're speaking to the children of this reserve that's happening. Not just that reserve, but just a lot of other communities that are managing on Sandy Bay, the list goes on and on.
Absolutely.
Like, anyone just send in private grief process?
I believe there's 18 right now, but I think there's 12 more coming.
This should have been happening a long time ago.
I know.
Not even 10% of their population.
In 5 years, they've declared many states of emergency, which has been highly unacceptable.
Absolutely.
And we want to see more action. We want to see more funding going there to help the people. And we don't just want people that are just going to come there and show up and then just leave and deal with the same problem over and over again. We want direct action to happen. Today, and not just for Atawapaskat.
Right now.
But for all the other reserves in the northern area.
Absolutely.
And release the funding. Trudeau has come along and has his budget of whatever it is, like 12 million or whatever it is. But it's not going to be released until after the next election. There's only 51% of it's coming out now, but the rest of it isn't until after the next election.
Yes.
That's deplorable.
Yeah.
That cannot happen like that. You need to push this government into releasing those funds immediately.
I agree. I think we're getting the download of money, I think, mid-April. It's getting pretty close now. There are billions of dollars being spent, hopefully, to help some of the situations.
And also in regards to education, the monies that Cindy Blackstock shamed the government into releasing, and that's part of those monies that are not being released.
Yeah.
And those children are still left in deplorable situations and still without schools. How many generations of kids are going to have to grow up without these public schools, without the funding, without things to do? Are we all living as pioneers? No, we've moved on from being pioneers. First Nations do not have to live in old traditions. The traditions can be kept up, but we are not to be forced into that situation of being stereotype Indians that lived in teepees and still wear buckskin and get our food from the forest. Because the forest animals are dying from cancers.
Yeah.
The fish are dying from cancers.
We don't want the money to be released anymore. We want it released today.
We don't want it released to the chief and council.
We want it to be released to the people.
To
The
the
chief
youth
and council is
council.
corrupt.
We had clean water here before contact. Now the water's polluted.
The land is polluted, the air is polluted.
You did this.
Take those trees.
How many,
So we take those trees off the land and clear cutting, and it releases the mercury and other toxins that were put in there because of all kinds of horrible extraction companies.
De Beers that just found a 35-carat diamond. And that community will not see a penny of that money. De Beers only gives them $4 million a year. And no jobs.
People are dying.
These children feel like their only way out is to take their own lives.
Shame.
Suicide crisis in Canada needs to stop. Among Native people, that is why we're here.
Shame. And Chrétien's idea to remove the people is unacceptable.
Yeah, why don't you remove the extraction companies?
Yes.
Then the water will be clean.
Yes.
And the animals won't have tumors.
Yes. And children won't be on kidney dialysis and dying of cancer.
And we won't have to go to those horrible stores that charge $20 for milk that we don't even need to drink. The 5 white deaths that you brought here.
Give Auntie a kiss.
Okay, so like I said, here's the map over here. Everybody just showed that map there. I'd like to give you guys an idea. I'm from north of Thunder Bay, right? This map is a very good example of the region that we're up against, or the area that we're talking about.
How do I
You
avoid
do
that?
this to your own people.
James
Okay,
Bay,
Captain, I'm gonna explain the flag, right? Okay.
we're
Well,
here.
Depends where this area I'm from, right? So what I'd like to do is explain where we're from, where this is all happening. All right. Everybody together?
You're never gonna see that here again. You say this is Indian Affairs, and you put this
Oh, this is Indian Affairs.
flag
This is
in our
our
office? Toilet paper is what it is. It's about as fucking valuable as the toilet paper.
You gotta follow
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking put that.
You're not my father. You're not my mother.
Okay. This is the area that is devastated by the suicide, the impact of the suicides, right? But they turned around and, all this whole region, this is Thunder Bay over here. So, then the place that we're arguing for today is way up here. So, you kind of get an idea, the map, where this place is. Right? You got that?
Right there.
Yeah. So you people have an idea where this place is, that it's up way up here, right?
Right there, yeah.
And like I said, it's not only this community that's impacted by the suicides, but around the region, just not this community. It's happening around that whole region. I talk to community members. They have community members that live in town here. So so we're getting that information, from them directly. So they've mentioned quite a few of these communities that are impacted by the suicides and the lack of resources, the lack of help, the lack of anything coming through. But then when you look at the map, you'll see all the different communities that are impacted by the suicides. It's a suicide epidemic that's been happening for years. Now these people want to just do a Band-Aid solution. This is what they do. This is what they're good at. Propaganda is their biggest machine. They'll tell the rest of the world that everything's okay. No, the Native people, they're okay. We send them money. We give them, whatever, right? But if they were, helping us out, if they were giving us money and everything and doing what they say they're doing, we wouldn't be having this problem. So what's wrong with this picture that they're telling us? It's all propaganda. But like I said, this map gives you an idea as to the place that we're arguing about today. What we're not arguing about. Don't say argue. Keep in mind, the children are dying. Children have died over this. Keep in mind.
Heard their voice.
So, I wanted to give you an idea, what the place that we're talking about. Thunder Bay. Good.
These communities are suffering every single minute of every single day of their lives.
But another thing they don't want us to do here is light sage, eh? And then if you walk through the offices, you'll find that.
Stop hiding your offices. You get paid for to talk to us, right?
Bob, be accountable. You can also go to, this is Cindy Blackstock's site. It's www.firstnationswitness.ca. Have a heart for First Nations children.
And who's Cindy Blackstock for people that don't know?
Cindy Blackstock
Has been an advocate for the children
Yes.
for over 20 years.
She took the government to a human rights case. Isn't that right, Carrie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she shamed the government into realizing that they have been underfunding First Nations education in schools by, I think it's been a third.
Meet with the Prime Minister.
I'll read out a statement from her in a minute.
This movie, it's called Survivor Row, and that's ROWE. This movie was produced by Carolyn Bennett, who is the First Nations minister.
Would you like to smudge this, sir?
Her partner made this movie. So where is she in all this?
Secretary doesn't know what smudge is.
Where are the Indians? Where are the Indians?
They're on the ground, dying.
You're supposed
You
to
should
take
know
off
by
the
working
clock.
with First Nations
This
organizations.
is all
Smudging is
Hang
shame.
on. This is all that we asked for.
And you
Acknowledgement.
guys are supposed to represent us.
That's all we're asking for. Acknowledgement.
I'm willing to take one person in, if you like.
Why doesn't she come out? She came out before.
With the live stream. With the live stream.
Can't speak to everyone at the same time.
No, that is.
Give like 5 minutes with
We're not all going to scream at
Senior
her.
Wynn came out to speak to the people.
I know.
We're right in the office.
But we're not politicians, right? We're just
You operate under their
Yeah, you all send us to go.
She needs to come out and speak to us. What's the person's name?
Canada.
What's your name?
They always send us to Gophers. In between.
Ask Morrison how old the police
Other people.
Yeah. For
Other
Canada.
people died.
We can meet in a circle, not in office square.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Shame.
Hey.
Should be working for
We're
us.
not leaving
Don't
till
do
she comes
anything
out.
to harm us.
Like I said, when you go through the offices, you won't find one native person behind those.
Yeah,
Indians.
They're dying.
So I'm going to
That's where we are.
I'm going to read out a quote from Cindy Blackstock, who has been advocating for the children, First Nations children. And this is in regards to the budget, Trudeau's budget that just came out a couple of weeks ago. She says, why I think this budget falls short. The amount for child welfare this year is $71 million. That is $38 million less than what Conservatives said was needed in 2012. Evidence shows that 109 fell far short of what was required. 54% of the money allocated for child welfare will not come until after the next election year.
Did you see that?
He ain't talking to nobody.
Sabine, are they going to pay you? Are they going to pay you?
Come on, talk to us now.
Sabine, yes.
That'll go viral.
So this year, First Nations kids will receive 15% of the overall amount allocated for child welfare. Same backloading for education. In line for addressing immediate funding needs and program costs for education, only 35% of funding comes before the election year, 65% for the election year and every year after. For transforming education, 68% comes the election year or the year after. 40% of funds for schools also pegged for election year and year after. Overall, First Nations kids will only receive 11% of education announcement this year. Overall, 50% of funds for education school pegged for election year 2018 or 19 or later.
Shame.
So the money is not coming to the kids now. It's coming to them after the next election. That is shameful.
And that's 4 years from now, 3 years from now.
How many more kids have to die because there's nothing to do on the reserve?
When they feel so
And Harper
hopeless.
didn't spend that money, how much was that, 2.something billion? That when he went out, that if it wasn't spent by April, who knows where it would go.
Yeah, it's 38 billion less than what conservatives planned that should have been gone into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's lost money, it's lost money.
Trudeau has not done anything better than Harper.
Okay, time out.
Okay.
They're starting to evacuate the offices. They're
Are
starting
they?
to be aware of what's happening here. So they're starting to put in, now the clampdown's coming
Yeah.
in, right?
The
So the
cops will
feds are
be
gonna
here.
come.
So we'll see what's gonna happen, security's gonna
Wait.
figure out the whole thing, you know.
Shall we sing a
All we
song?
requested.
Yeah, get the drum out, Kathy.
Well,
She's dead.
I'm dead.
Oh, Kathy's dead.
Where's my paint going?
Are you
Oh, who's got the paint? Who's got the paint?
Katie's here. Who needs paint?
Should put some paint on it, eh?
Can anybody contact the street and ask what's happening down on the
Yeah,
sidewalk?
exactly. That's the
I think everyone's here.
Nobody's out there?
Here, David.
We are all goals out of a picture.
Tell them to join us. Say hello.
Tell them to join us.
Okay. Okay.
Doing my job. How you going,
Hi, brother.
Oh.
Oh, yeah?
Here we
You
go.
can just leave it at the door. Yep. I don't sign. You're gonna have
We
to
don't
leave it.
sign
You
contracts.
don't sign
We
contracts.
fell for that one.
We can put an X, that's all we know.
No, not even.
Not even that.
We don't believe in your language.
We're gonna shut the office down. There will be no phone calls, no deliveries, nothing. Nothing.
Wait, Yahweh, 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 Yahweh,
What's the live stream link?
We're not here to, we're not here to hurt anybody.
We're here to remind them of who we are.
We're not here to, do any harm to anybody.
No.
Try not to touch the property, try not to break the glass. Or whatever.
Try.
Try not to. But, like I said, keep your anger in control, you know, we're doing this as a public. And try to, like I said, try to keep in mind, it's the kids that we're doing this for, the kids that are dead because of suicide. And this is why you're doing it, right? Keep that in mind every moment of the way.
Tell all your friends on Facebook and Twitter to tweet it out.
We don't want to ruin it.
What's the hashtag? Hashtag animosity?
Yeah.
There's no price for freedom.
Somebody give us a tape. Here's the tape. Yeah, I need some help there.
Yes. No, we're staying in here.
There went. No, leave the lights alone. Leave the lights alone. There went.
That's toilet paper.
We're in the Indian and Northern Affairs Canada office in Toronto at St. Clair and Yonge. We're occupying the front of the building. We're demanding further action to help people of Attawapiskat in James Bay, just south of Hudson Bay, part of Northern Ontario, which last Saturday declared a state of emergency. We have 11 suicide attempts, and it's other First Nations area. So Black Lives Matter Toronto, including settler people in solidarity with the First Nations people here, to demand further action. The executive here wants to meet with one person. We refused. We want them to come out here and address concerns, and we're occupying. And my name is D. Shanger. Please tweet and Facebook this out. I'll be live for as long as the action happens. We've been here 32 minutes now, and I will be live as long as humanly possible. Keep people safe and get the word out.
Hey, listen.
Devine.
Listen. Hey. Okay, now listen.
Police is here.
Lie down.
Lie down.
Police, Toronto Police is here. Tweet this out, folks.
All right, everybody okay?
Now listen,
Just a day when he.
Okay, start throwing the cop. Everybody shoot the cop there. I'm not showing my name. You know what I'm talking about.
Is it regular Toronto?
you know, listen.
They have no jurisdiction here.
Yeah.
That's
Now
right.
listen. We all have to be on the same side here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to give you the option. If you don't want to get arrested, leave now. I don't look down at you.
No,
I don't.
we're
I
not
don't look.
leaving now.
I don't see you as being weak because you don't want to get arrested. Okay. I want to make sure that the people can decide for themselves what they want to do. Okay.
They're not gonna arrest us.
However, what's going to happen is they're going to try and negotiate with us, but they want to negotiate with us downstairs,
Yeah.
We're not leaving.
and we're not going to leave. I am not holding anyone here hostage. Anyone here is free to go.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So they want.
Can't
This
even
is.
talk
This,
to
we
us.
knew this was going to happen. Okay. We knew
Scared
these were going to come.
cowards. You get paid to
But remember
represent
why
us.
we're here. Those 11 kids.
Police
Not
are
just
And you
back.
don't
11
do
kids.
shit.
Others that are probably thinking right now that there's no hope.
Yeah.
Shame.
So, from now on, from
These
now
people
on.
behind me.
Okay.
The workers, the cops, they're all laughing. They think
That's
it's
okay.
funny that kids are dying in Attawabascat and
That's
other
okay.
communities.
Kathy, they're gonna get the message. Okay, so everybody's on the same page. We know the cops are outside, it's gonna pick up. And they can walk if you want, but now is the time to start getting your supporters on the street outside. Now is the time. Start getting the media, start doing press releases, start doing whatever it is that you do on the internet.
Push the live stream. It keeps people safe.
So we're live streaming also, right? So we're all going down. And whenever you see these police officers start coming towards the door, point the camera at them. Get their badge number, get their names, and just try to get as close as you can, right? They hate that. They don't like the publicity.
And Kathy's right. Toronto Police has no jurisdiction here.
And the politics of it all, they said, when it comes down to it, let us do the talking, let us do the yelling, let us do what has to be done. This is support. This is it. We have our political rights in doing this move. We have our political, you know, they know that.
Remember
They know that. That's why they haven't swarmed us yet. They know we have rights here. This is where we want to get our status first.
Universal Declaration of Human Rights
And these are the people
states that we are entitled to a lawful, peaceful assembly.
So, okay, everybody's in tight, right? Okay.
Sagel's gonna go up. Yes.
Make some sage, stay there for the cops outside. Always pray for your enemies, right?
Sagel's gonna go up. She would let you show us something that's just protect us in this way.
Always pray for
Protect
your
our
enemies.
Protect the people that get involved greater. Help them understand.
Know that we're on the right side of it.
Those treaties.
They're on the wrong.
We're exerting our sovereignty.
You're paid to help the people. Stop hiding in your offices.
We are here protecting the great law of peace.
Shame.
Which defends the people and the land and the
Yeah,
water.
damn shame.
They're protecting corporations.
Yes. Shame.
Well, it's all about the removal of the people off the land where the mineral is, where the water is. You know?
You work for status and non-status Native people in Canada. Do your job.
And another issue that we have, besides doing all the suicide and everything else, is that we're not incarcerated people on the land, here land. They're removing, nowadays,
Hey, my mama.
it's the women that are incarcerated.
Hi, sir. Hi.
You're live to the world.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you very
Just
much.
so you know, you're live on 4 continents.
Hi, guys.
Sagel.
Hi.
Good morning.
Who's your leader?
3655?
Yeah, 3635.
3635.
and
Thank you. What's your name?
Sergeant Goodwin.
Someone communicate with,
Speak to us all.
Okay,
An
there's,
officer 3777.
Marissa Howlett is going to speak to one person to communicate.
No, Into the community. No.
We're all listening.
Y'all listening?
She works in the office to talk to all that.
First Nations.
Yes,
is the
sir.
First Nations action.
Okay.
The political rights that we have in this office are here. So, we do have every right to be here, to ask questions.
And you have no jurisdiction here.
We would like to have an Aboriginal liaison.
And from now on, address the First Nations people that are in this office, if you want to talk to.
What do you want us to call you? Like your supporters?
My name's Gary.
Okay, Gary, you're talking. But can I talk to you with Marcette for 2 seconds so you can explain that to her that she has to come out? Would you want to do that with me?
Under our law, Guyana Goa, which is the true law of this land, all things have to have a 100% consensus decision. There is no one-on-one talking. Okay, everyone here on our side of Guyana Goa has a voice and a vote.
And she understands that. I think
If she understands that, then she won't be talking to us one-on-one. We don't mean her no harm.
No, okay, I just want to make sure everybody's in peace. Everybody's in peace. I will, how long? Okay, I just one at a time, please, because I can't hear everybody when they're yelling. If one person could tell me how long would you have her here to talk to you, if she's willing to come?
It's not how long. It's the subject that we're going to talk about.
A conversation
just
develops naturally.
Yeah, but it's hard to have a conversation and just on the spot, so you have to give her time to plan and organize.
They had a meeting, the MPs, emergency meeting.
She's assured me that she's working on it.
And the receptionist here knows, already told her that we want.
Let me, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go pass it on to her and see what she says, okay? I can't make decisions for her.
Yeah, we want to talk to an Aboriginal liaison on our land.
No problem.
Is she First Nation?
Yes, she's First Nation. She's First Nation.
Are you?
I don't know. I never checked my history.
You would know.
Everybody else does.
Everybody else has. But let me go talk to her and see what we can do, okay, guys? Oh, thank you very much. Okay, give us a few minutes and we'll go.
Yes, I got it.
They had an emergency meeting last night. Run!
And what's your name?
My name is Sergeant Granbrook, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. What's your name, sir?
I'm Dee Shanger,
Shanger.
and you're live to the world.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, does Toronto Police have jurisdiction on a First Nations issue? I thought it was just federal.
Well, we're here just for
Maintaining
the peace here and make sure everybody's safe and everybody's okay. That's what we're here for. And we're trying to help you guys out to make sure it stays peaceful, and that's what we want to do. Okay? So just give us a few minutes.
We're here to work collaboratively. And I think you have to appreciate that. Right? So the thing is that the reason that we were called today was in order to maintain the peace. And you have explained to us that you are here peacefully. So we do appreciate that, and we will try to work as collaboratively as possible with regards to these huge issues that are facing this country and obviously facing you. Mm-hmm. That's our purpose here today. So we too come in peace.
We'll see.
No, just hang on. Just take it easy when you're doing the whole thing. We're covering all the stuff. We're here to push buttons, you know? We're here to negotiate. Okay?
Yeah. I just asked one question.
Yeah, I know. No, it's good now.
That's all. I'm ready.
There's a lot of reserves.
In other places, they turn off the fire.
Thank you for being on the live chat there, Rise, and thank you for restreaming us. Thank you for Gone Channels for restreaming us, Global Red, MSN, and Check. Thank you everyone for restreaming us. Here to keep the peace. We're occupying the Indian and Northern Affairs Canada office in Toronto at St. Clair and Yonge. We're in solidarity with Black Lives Matter Toronto.
25 St. Clair. Just to let you know that there's the First Nations and other allies that are would like to be because we would be getting well, you should tell them right now that there's a lot of First Nations. Huh?
Who has the tape?
Tape's over there, Mary.
Indian and Northern Affairs Canada, INAC.
So I just called Carol Bennett.
Tape.
Said for us to have
New receptionist.
New receptionist on the
Rise says it's great. Rise is on.
Nice.
Look, Rise. The
Hey,
beat.
Mary!
Jerry went in. Oh, holy moly! It's a spirit ghost.
I don't come back and can't find it.
Stay inside.
Alex is gonna come with you.
Sue, I'm coming with you.
Alex is going with you.
More than one of us. Yeah, I'm definitely. Watch the game.
We can show the native flag.
We've been here 45 minutes now.
Have we?
Yes.
Nice.
I went live just before, just before the elevator opened. So tweet, Facebook this out, folks.
Okay. Maybe we should have put it up. I didn't want to put this up a little bit.
Put it up high, Gary.
Yes, right up
Right
there.
there.
Now it feels like First Nations.
You guys did a great job on that Attawapiskat flag. Yes.
None of us signed this.
That's my wife's song.
I'm going to do my favorite.
They're just deciding what to do.
How many police cars out there, Ron?
6.
6 cruisers. We're on the 8th floor, 25 St. Clair East, Avenue East. 2 police are in here. Hello.
What's going on?
Are you security?
I think my wife texted him.
No, I didn't touch them today.
I don't know. What's the name of the organization? Do you know?
I don't speak for the First Nations. You got to talk to them.
apparently. I don't know. I have
Devine?
That was pretty cool how we all got in here, eh?
I thought we were going for the
We own this place. Nice to hear you guys didn't want to anybody.
We're giving you the day off. We're giving you the day off.
I might just
Muslim sisters, Black Lives Matter, Toronto, in solidarity.
Nice. All right, what do you want here?
They're the best.
Elder McLeod.
Hey.
Rise PDX?
Yes.
He's on.
Yes.
In Portland, Oregon.
I'm glad my people are finally stepping in to see that Indian Affairs starts doing their jobs. I don't like the new name they call themselves, INAC. That we're not INAC. It was Indian Affairs and it'll always be Indian Affairs to me. But they, no matter what name they call themselves, they still won't represent our people in the right ways and give them what it takes in the land, to make sure that mining companies and people, forestry people don't destroy what we have lost. So they come on the little bit of lands we have and they pollute our waters with the electrical projects and everything and minerals from the ground and then they don't even account for all the people that are dying of cancer and other sicknesses in the water. It's so rude of our government, especially our government. I don't know what's wrong with Trudeau. He's just like his old man. I remember Trudeau back in 1975. He was pulling Indian. He was getting the RCMP to pull us off the land.
More people are arriving.
It's just so, they're rude. This lady should come out and talk to us. The one that runs this joint, man, should come out and talk to us and let us know what she's going to do for our Attawapiskat. They need that aid now, not tomorrow, today. But they don't listen. That's wrong with these people. And Indian Affairs is not even Indian Affairs. I don't see one Indian running this thing. One native running this. That's pretty sad. Like the government's controlling the Indians completely by hiring other people. I don't like this. This is bullshit on the frickin' government, not to help our people, So we got to step in and help these people in Attawapiskat, because this is pretty sad when 11 people commit suicide.
One day.
And one day.
Attempted suicide.
Attempted. Yes, because they're not getting the help they need. They don't get the support they need. Indian Affairs ignores them. I don't care. They can call themselves INAC, but they're Indian Affairs to me. Since I was a little kid, they have always been Indian Affairs. Since I was thought of in this land. But my grandfathers, they come across and they protect the land. They don't take from the land. Look at this. Look at all these people caring for us. This is what we need. Solidarity and the support. But it would be nice to see the big boss here to come out and talk to us and explain what's going on with this support.
Hi, Sue-Lynn, sending love and support your way. I'm currently in Guelph, so I can't reach you in Toronto, but let me know if you need anything while you folks are occupying the Indian and Northern Affairs Office. I will keep up with you via Facebook. Stay strong, sis.
Just tell her to
Who's
repost
this?
it any way she
Yeah,
can.
anyway, get the word
That's
out.
what I told everybody on my
And
Facebook.
try to send her friends from Toronto that are in Toronto here.
The live
As soon as
stream.
possible.
I'm going to. Hold
Yeah.
on.
I can give you the address.
1 second.
And who is that from?
Savannah, Black Lives, one of the Black Lives member family. Anyways, I shouldn't call out people's name right now anyway. So what is your live stream feed?
Ustream, the letter U, stream.
You know what, is it on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Who's working the lawyers?
Yeah.
Who's got the lawyers on call?
I'm calling Dalvin right now.
Okay, okay.
We have some legal.
First thing up.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, get a hold of them, get a hold of them.
Should be the first post. Right there. That's it.
But these suicides are not just happening now. These suicides have been going on for decades. Last month, Manitoba put out
Great solidarity.
Of course. We're occupied of this land, so we're just here to fulfill our own duty and solidarity.
Oh, yeah.
Any words to the world? The whole world's watching.
Yeah, people need to stay tuned to what's happening. It's, it doesn't take anyone extraordinary to see that something wrong, terribly wrong is happening. So we're standing in solidarity.
Black Lives Matter. Any words to the world?
Black and Indigenous solidarity. We're here to fight and protect for each other. We're a family. We're a community. What's happening in the reserves is absolutely atrocious. The fact that they're refusing to talk to the people is even more disgusting. And we're going to stay here until they come and speak to us, speak to our community, our family, speak to the Indigenous people of this land. Speak to them. And we're here.
And I was live streaming a week ago Monday when we did the Black Lives Matter Toronto, from Toronto Police Headquarters to Queen's Park, where the Premier wanted to meet you guys behind the barricades and you said no.
No, we say no. And public accountability is what they should be giving us. They should be talking to everybody. The fact that he came here, the police officer came in here and asked for one person to go to the back of the doors to speak and have a private meeting, we don't engage in those colonial terms. Speak to the people. Everybody here has to be able to hold them accountable. So we're here and we're going to be okay. Black and Indigenous solidarity.
Yeah.
They have a certain small percentage of money.
The Arawakaskat flag. Thank you. The official Arawakaskat, which is in Northern Ontario. They're coming out now.
These are coming out.
Guys, I spoke to Miss Howard, and she would love to meet with you guys, but unfortunately she's working on disasters going up on north, and she's missed the meeting already to speak with the chiefs who direct where they want the aid to go back and forth. So they're in charge, and she needs that time to work out the logistics, to supply and help the people. But so she's asking if maybe she can meet you guys at a later time.
No
way. Later today, maybe. Maybe later today.
What's her name?
Yeah.
And what's her position here?
She's the regional director here, so she is one of the people that are helping to coordinate resources down up there, because it's a long distance away.
This is typical of
We
what
already
happens
know all
with-
that.
This is typical of what happens with First Nations people when we're trying to express our concerns and tragedies. They always put us on hold, and then they'll send people like this to tell us.
Okay.
But they themselves will not come and tell us themselves about the matter. They will not talk about it.
Okay.
This is the propaganda that goes with it. Take a picture, folks.
Okay. Thanks, Gary. She's really concerned, and she wants to meet with one of your leaders down the road.
Out to these communities, why won't she come outside?
Because she's working right now on providing resources.
This is
more
important.
So, I just want to let you guys know that.
It's right
It is.
here.
And she understands all your
11
concerns.
suicides. 11
Yes.
suicides of children is more, which is.
Okay, one at a time. Yes, and that's what she's working on right now.
Coming out now.
But she's working
on
with the chiefs.
Working on what? The people are here. The community is here. Everybody is here outside. Why won't she come outside?
Okay, but she's
Why
working,
would
she's
she
on
come
the
and
phone.
speak for herself? That makes no sense.
Okay,
that
thank
makes
you,
no
guys.
sense. Let her speak. We should
Yeah,
have
tell her to come speak for herself.
Stop fighting!
Can't hear, everybody's yelling.
Minute.
We can't hear.
So she had time to talk to you and tell you that. She has time to come out and tell us that.
That's right. We interrupted her, and she was rushing back to the phone. It was just a minor interruption on our behalf. We interrupted her because she's really working hard to try to resolve this issue.
She's not. We interrupted her in the middle of the night.
There's no.
She should
Okay,
be
thank
working
you.
around the clock. They had an emergency meeting of Parliament in Ottawa last night. They should be working
What's
around
your
the
name?
clock.
My name is Carrie.
Carrie, I'm Dave. Nice meeting you. Okay, I'll go talk to
She
her.
worked
Carrie,
all night
and
on
see
it.
what-
I
see what-
don't think
what she
so.
can do.
No,
Would you guys
she was
come
sleeping
outside?
in her
Would you come
bed.
out?
We hear that there is substantive efforts going on, not after the fact, social workers.
No,
and
no, no, no,
that's
no,
it.
no.
We need to hear substantive measures are going to be put in place to resolve this issue.
Okay, I'll pass that on to her, Carrie, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
I'll go home. And the native liaison worker.
The kids
gotta be here.
What's your badge number?
Yeah, where's the native police liaison?
987,
Excuse me,
Stern.
I'm not trying to be rude with your cultures and that, but this may set off the fire alarms, by the way.
So,
if the-
ceremonial
the
right to
native
do that.
liaison worker that we've asked for.
No, it doesn't. It's our cultural rights. And being on this territory, you should know that.
You know what?
We don't go
That here, their main houses are security lobby and building contacts, so you can tell that they have a lot of,
Our ceremonies are setting off the fire.
Hey,
Hey, live stream. You hear that?
I know how long.
Yeah, you're on live stream. Excuse me, sir. Can I get your name, your badge number, sir?
Stern 987.
Stern 987 has just requested that we. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me, everybody. He's requesting that we put the sage on because
Not what I
it's
said.
putting the fire alarm off.
Scared, it shouldn't even be on.
So, this guy's requesting. What did you say about the sage, sir? This is
I said it
Inspector.
could set off the fire alarms.
Yeah, he's very, very concerned. He's not concerned about the suicides up north with the young kids that have died. No, he's concerned about the fire alarm.
They don't smudge hair. We
Wow,
found that out last time.
there's suicides happening, sir. Kids have died over this
They don't
matter.
smudge hair.
And you want us to worry about the fire alarm?
And the guy told me.
Excuse me, sir, can we go higher up? Who are we
Turn off
talking
the thing
to?
here, you can do it.
As your
We do it in the
commanding
hospital.
officer, we'd be able to speak to him.
But you can do it here.
You can phone 53 Division or the headquarters if you want to speak to somebody.
Okay, so we're dealing with 53 Division. Excuse me, sir, say that again. Who?
53.
Who is it? Excuse me, sir.
We're east of
Can
Yonge.
you repeat that?
We're east of Yonge.
Who do we talk to? Who's your commanding officer, sir? Who sent you down here? We have our political rights here. We have First Nations issues.
You know, we have a First Nations police liaison, so what, you should get on the phone and call her to get down here.
Maybe she can come down and talk to us about the sage.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't do it no more.
Well,
Maybe
you better
we'll
get on the
light it
phone.
on the hallway away from the, so that we won't set off your precious fire alarm.
We're talking about
But-
children taking their lives because they have no
This is
other
suicide we're
option.
talking about.
No other option. What if this was your children or your
What if it was your
grandchildren?
kid dying? Would you be
Think
worried about
about
a
that
fire
for a
alarm?
minute and come back to us again, okay?
Oh, yeah. So,
We don't believe what you're saying. We don't believe what you're saying. They had an MP meeting in Ottawa. They should have been working on it all night. She doesn't need to be working on it now. They should have been working on it 3 years ago.
Watch.
They went the wrecking stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, watch. Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get down. This is our office.
Ask your
Organization.
sisters.
Oh, excuse me,
sir.
Wow. You sit right now. I'm so upset. Get out of here right now.
What did you say?
You misogynist.
Excuse me.
Get out of here, misogynist.
What did you say? Please call the big one.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not being helpful. You're not being helpful.
I'm a security officer.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, brother, just go.
It does not matter.
You send them, you send them.
Just go.
Listen, buddy.
Go, Mr. Hero.
I said they're alone. I'm not speaking to them. That's what I said.
Just go away.
Yes, please.
Why are you supporting these people? Why are you supporting these people?
Northern Affairs, get out of here. Get out of here. Just get out of here. Okay? Don't worry. I don't care. Well, what nation are you? You Ojibwe? You're a man.
Just go away.
Oh, why?
Go away.
Why not? This is an Indian office.
Because you're agitating.
I'm a chief. At least I have Indian
You're
blood.
fighting for children and you're
I
agitating
said
people.
I'm not here because it's so loud. Those people
Okay.
did not.
There's children dying. They need to hear
We're
us.
here for children.
And they need to stop hiding behind the
We're fighting for children who are dying.
I don't understand.
Building. You want out of the fight? Just leave.
I'm not here.
Stop coming out here.
Security for the building.
Don't give him power.
Stand in solidarity with your brother.
The same system that keeps them colonized. The same system that keeps us all colonized.
Go away. You guys, stop.
When you don't want to speak to someone and you want to ignore someone, turn your back. Turn your back. Turn your back.
Hey, Auntie, do you have
Turn
any
your
sage?
back, Gary. Turn your back.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing, man. It's happening
You know
now.
why we're here for. We're not here for this. We're here for the children.
So you guys like children getting killed? Yeah. Especially our own, especially representatives, Indian Affairs.
Who are they accountable to?
They're not accountable to nobody, these people. They fucking ignore our people. They should give us money to help those people. You know, help the children, not pay off some leader to ignore the children on these reses, these mining companies and everything. They rape our lands of all the minerals and everything, and then they pollute everything.
This guy's worried about the fire alarms.
Yeah.
The fire alarms. So we're gonna lay the sage. We're gonna have a sage ceremony.
Look at how many cars are running
Okay,
in
hang
the
on.
city.
Start forming into a circle here. We're gonna do a sage ceremony and a prayer. Say a prayer. Pray for this guy here that stands here today.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for the
Remember
other
that?
guy too. The other guy too.
Pray for Officer Stern.
You're a person first before you're a cop.
Pray for his brother, the security officer. Excuse me, what was your name, sir? We'll pray for you. Thank you.
Oh, gee, McGuinn's so much smoking this. Been the gay. Remember, Creator, we know why we took this place. Remember, Creator, that the great law of unification is what we need to work together and towards. We know that these people don't want to talk to us face to face, Creator. But we pray for these people that they'll make the right decisions and that action will be done, regardless of whether they're talking to the chiefs or not, that they will never ever come out and face us, Creator, because we know that we have you on our side. And we pray for these police officers, Creator, that they should understand that what is happening on our territories and on our lands, Creator, is not acceptable. They claim to be serve and protect. Well, if there was children in the city of Toronto, Creator, you know that those police people would be investigating, Creator, and helping those families get the resources that they need. So put on his heart those Indigenous children that are committing suicide on the reserves, Creator, the polluted water, the trees, the raping of the resources in the land, Creator. Put on their minds and their hearts of why we're doing what we're doing so that they too can see, that you can open their eyes to see that we are not in the wrong in what we're doing here, Creator. We know that you have our side, we have our backs. We offer you to protect us and keep us in that unification. Don't let us Don't let us yell at everybody. Don't let us jump to conclusions, Creator. We're civilized people. Oh, don't let us get caught up in that madness, Creator. We know that the great law is the only law here on the land. You've set this straight as the oldest constitution on earth for direct democracy for all peoples. And put on the minds and the hearts, Creator, the Gushwenta, the Turo Wampum, the wampum that is supposed to deal with these affairs between our people and their people, Creator. Remember, we're supposed to be working side by side, not hijacking each other's boat or each other's canoe, Creator. Remember why that wampum belt is there, Creator, and help to give us the strength to keep calm and in our minds and in our spirits and in our speech. Don't let us get worked up. Don't let us curse these people, Creator, because it's so hard. They don't understand. They don't understand that.
And they never will.
They never will, Creator.
We need them to understand.
But we will make them understand, Creator, through the gentle ways that you have given our people and our ancestors thousands of years ago, that we can continue these ceremonies on our land uninterrupted, that the people who the smoke touches, Creator, that you will touch their minds and their hearts, Creator, to show that we are not the savages that we are portrayed out to be, but we are indeed Ogichida warriors in Ogichida way. We are clan mothers, we're faith keepers, we're bundle carriers, we're life givers, we're defenders of the land. Not once do we say that we're terrorists, Creator, that we defend our land and our Constitution according to your will, Creator. And to the way that you've put it before us, Creator. Keep us in that unification, that we can directly communicate with gentleness. Remember that Gushwenta of peace, respect, and friendship, Creator. Put that on our hearts and our minds. That peace, that respect, and that friendship, Creator. And that we can work with the people ahead of us, that they'll understand. And Creator, put on Monica's heart, the Aboriginal liaison, that she should come down here. That we will only talk to our own people on our own territory. That they will come down and realize that we are doing the right thing.
Or sorry, Ricochet.
We need to work together, Creator. That Constitution that you've put before us, Guyana Goa, put it on our minds and our hearts. Let us live that.
Pray that the sage does not set off the fire alarm.
And we pray that the sage, our medicines, will protect the people in here and it won't set off the alarm systems, Creator. Because our ceremonies for thousands of years have been banished by the so-called colonizer. We're just reclaiming our religion and our culture, and it's going to get stronger and stronger with our young people. Oh, people like the Grand Chief, Adewin Calfchild, protect him, protect his mind and his heart. These ceremonies.
But the young people have to live long enough to become adults in order to do that.
Oh, pray for our black sisters and our brothers that stand in solidarity with us, Creator, that you put this work together, that we can all work together, maintain that. Put Guyana Goa on their hearts and their minds, Creator, as they are on our territory, that we will protect and work with them, not against them, to show them that we have the solution to all problems on our territory, Creator, because you have our back. Without you, Creator, we're nothing. And without those teachings and those ceremonies, Creator, we're nothing. So thank you for allowing us to have these ceremonies and our traditions reinstated. And we will continue to protect those ceremonies, and we'll continue to practice them until the last blade of grass, till the last tree. You know that we have a responsibility to our territory, to our lands, and those children up there, Creator, their families, protect them, show them that this is not the way that we need to deal with this. This is what they want, Creator. They want us to kill ourselves, but we're going to go back to our ceremonies. We're going to bring back those sweat lodges. We're going to bring back those shaking tent ceremonies. We're going to bring back everything that was once taken from us, and we're going to restore it, and we're going to work together under the great law and under the Gushwenta. Protect ourselves, protect the people in this office. Let us work together. Don't let us get caught up in that anger. Don't let us get caught up in that judgment. Help us on our territory, Creator. You've had our backs for thousands of years. We ask for you to protect us just for this day, for this action, Creator. Everyone here, police, the workers, ourselves, the future generation, those chiefs. Oh, Chi Magwech Mishomas. Chi Magwech. Aho.
So do the Thanksgiving address in the Oneida language. Sego, Sigoli. Dana Nits Kubani na Yungits. Wagit Kalawaga ni Waginalodan. Kanika Haka ni Magawanjago, Karen Yungits. Not when it's in the Skapwagayaje, or Guayasina ni Wagasede, on the Giga, ni Magawanjadan, Karen Giaje. Karen just because Makot and Dona, Mokahuay Quay, and Magwen Dam, and Kanika Haka Dam, and on the Giga Dam, and Kashi Dam, and I don't know what Ona, they wada hosios, ginate, o hunda garla dekla, neg on the herduksa. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what the gorla. Gisego, a guego stana, what to me. Da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado, you can know Owenja. Gisego, you go to Datu, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Onega Gisego, that's Juhadi. Da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Gunjok Suha, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Onigla Suha, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Daitin halado. Asa no take time Delhi, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. On the what to go. Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. O yonku onwe, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Awahite, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Dahnio desa, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Gulutat Suha, Gisego, you not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Daitin halado. Gudilia Suha, Gisego, yet gatos, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Where was I? Daitin halado. Ojidafa Suha, Gisego. You're not be watching Yetit Gatos, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Opala Suha, Gisego, you're not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Daitin halado. Let us have on Desi, Gisego, you're not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin Dangwana halado, sungwai jiha, udahala. Gisego, you're not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Sota Winida, Gisego, you're not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Yoji Stokolo, Gisego, you're not be watching data, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Gai, you wait again. You do what yata, Gisego, you go to Gulale, da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Dangwana halado, sungwai diso. Gisego, or the guego da 20 and 2 have what to go. A guego onska, jay, what we name, what to go. Daitin halado. Hang on. So that's one of the joke one. Then Tony only walk up 20. Then Haladuksa, then got the Then walk up Nuge, then Tony only walk up 20. Then Alpua walk away and did a Uhari. Then Ganaladu, Agadadi. Da Tony and what to go. Dani Tom. So that is the words that come before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving address in the Oneida or in the Oneida language. And it recognizes all that is here on this beautiful Mother Earth, all of creation. And it begins with recognizing the peace that we all come with. We are all born in peace. Well, unfortunately, that's not necessarily so, but that initial birth, that relationship we have with each other is our first relationship as human to human. And then we talk about how we carry that peace with us as we travel this world. Until we come into obstacles, and hopefully we can come across those obstacles in a good way. It also talks about the relationship we have with the Mother Earth itself, with the waters of Mother Earth, with the plants, the fish beings, the swimmers in that water system that we have. Talks about the waters, the plants that grow up from the waters, that come into the tree beings on the land, the medicine plants, the food plants, blessing and thanking all those creatures of creation, the animals, the birds, the snakes, all creation. And recognizing that all these things continue to do the work they were meant to do. Looking after their responsibilities of cleansing the waters, cleansing the air, cleansing the land. It also talks about how we thank and recognize the star beings, the winds, the thunder beings. Looking at the medicine, Yonko Owe, the Sama, the tobacco, as being our first medicine. It also talks about the brother sun and grandmother moon, and thanking the star beings and our four celestial guides. And then finally it talks about Sungwai Kisto, creator, and he who made us, the earth. And at the end it talks about the last paragraph that I said was saying that I said these words in my most humble way, in the language that I am learning, and that if I forgot anything, that we can all add to those words for things that I may have left out. Thinking of the children up north, all across this land with the suicides, thinking of those who are incarcerated in the jails. So all those things can be added too. So now we'll go on.
Thank you.
It brings us all together in one mind as well. Oh, it looks like someone.
Why do they always get the black people to do their work? They send the black person out because there's too many black people in here?
It's the rich that we want talking, not these guys.
You can stay out here. You can stay out here, miss, so you can learn about smudging. Because apparently it wasn't a term
Do you
for
want
your
your coat?
employment offer.
Yeah, we tried not to touch them.
Does she want her coat?
But look at this stained glass window to honor the residential school.
I wonder how much that cost. That could have went to them. All that money could have went to them.
In a church.
Yeah, but why have a church?
Okay, what's the like outside?
To commemorate.
Anybody in touch with anybody?
Yes, I just.
We've been here an hour and 20 minutes. I started filming just before the elevator doors
What's it like
opened.
outside? I know we have 6 police cruisers, an officer standing here.
3. We have 3 in total here, one over there.
They said surround the Indians, right? That's what it is. It's played out since contact, you know? Removing the Indian.
You guys are actually starting already? We're only
Stop it. Hold on. Hold on. What's happening?
One there.
Nice try. Nice try.
Hey, Auntie, do you need a light?
You want 706?
Here, I got extra lighters, keep it.
Listen, right now, I have West Coast and East Coast watching us right now. East Coast for the fracking.
Let's listen to Stu.
Say hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us. And we ain't leaving till we get them to come out and start talking.
An hour and 20 minutes in
An
this
hour and 20 minutes. And all they keep sending out is their token black guy. That's it. They're too afraid. There's way too much going on right now. They won't even come out themselves. Hi, East Coast. I will.
Iceland is watching. Portland, Oregon.
Hi, Chickadee. Hi, Chickadee. Much respect to you all, Willie. Bo, if you're watching this, hey, Bo, what's up? Long time no see. Miss you, bro. You need to be here with us, man. All you guys need to be here with us.
Freeman Sullivan from San Francisco's watching. Rise PDX from Portland, Oregon.
What?
Iceland. Pirate Party, yar.
Yar.
We need a press release.
Who else is watching?
I'm looking.
Thanks for all your comments there, Rise, on the live chat. And Clark.
Love you guys. Miss you. Want you here with us. We need to raise this awareness. We need answers now. We ain't waiting till tomorrow. We ain't waiting for a week from now, a month from now. We want answers and the same resources that are allotted to all those white communities. To all those white communities in crisis, they send out a whole tactic team for them, but yet they only send out a few up to Ottawa Pisgah with a whole bunch of police officers. What the hell is that going to goddamn well accomplish? Sorry for cussing if I'm cussing too much, but I'm pissed off right now. Sorry.
Yes, Ojibwe.
Yar.
How do you say yar in Ojibwe?
I don't know.
Yar! How do you say yar in Icelandic?
So City TV is here, but they're not letting him in. Someone want to come down and talk?
Send him to the live stream. Send him.
Yeah.
Why won't they let the media in? Why won't they let the media in?
Captain, no more yelling. No more. No more yelling.
Someone just went down to get them.
Hey, no more yelling. No more yelling. Any yelling has to be done, I'll do it.
Stern.
Yes,
I just want to say something before I think I'm going to if the fire department does come, if it sets it off, then they have to evacuate the building. So
I don't know why so much.
They can turn it off.
Maybe we should open the door or keep it open.
that would help dissipate it.
No, we
Yeah.
have to always be here. They can turn off the fire. We have to have
The hospital. We could open it and still have people there.
No more open. No. They can turn it off.
Come on, McDaniel.
There's been a request to turn off the fire alarm in here? The sensors? Hospitals do for ceremonies.
The concern is, if they come here for the fire department and they take up this, so they maybe need it somewhere else. That is a concern.
Well, we did request to turn them off. It's just smudging.
It is a concern, right? It is a concern.
We're here peacefully.
Just think of the implications.
Yeah, what about Attawapiskat?
No, I understand that. I'm just saying.
Go to Daddy. No, don't.
What's up?
But be careful in the fire trucks.
Okay, here's another issue that we're gonna have.
Someone's out there, someone's out there.
Someone get that baby.
Don't worry about him.
You want to stand, maybe?
Can I help you?
Sure. I'm looking for INAC.
Oh, you're in it?
Not INAC. INAC. I know what it's
Anna's busy right now.
She is?
Yes.
Apparently too busy to come out and talk to us.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I bet you should have come right up to come see him. You know? Right. But don't come up to see him.
Yeah, he's got a badge on his waist. I don't even see it.
Can I get her on?
Ask him to talk to him.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast is watching.
East Coast, West Coast is watching.
Wow,
Even
you're
down in Hamilton, London's watching.
So listen, Gavin, you have to write the address and the floor, and then he'll.
Do you want to tell me why you want it down?
Okay, I got it right now.
Do you want to tell me why you want it down?
Why am I lying down? Because we're taking a nap. We're tired. Activism is hard work.
St. Clair East, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me where we are and what you're doing right now?
We are on the 8th floor of INAC headquarters. I don't know exactly what office this is, but it's all headquarters. That's right, INAC. And basically, we're here because we are supporting remote reserves like Attawapiskat Cree Nations all around James Bay and upper Manitoba area, basically to show solidarity that we need to stop suicides and suicide attempts and acknowledge what's going on and why these children, adults, are taking their lives. And there was
Do you have an apple? You might need an apple.
Here,
Sorry, yeah,
let's
it's
take
too
2
crazy
seconds.
right now.
Yeah.
Yar.
I've tried nursing him, and it's just, he's just too stimulated.
Give him an apple.
Somebody give him an apple. Where's the apple? Where's the kid package?
Yeah, I know, eh? INAC, where's the rock?
Oh my gosh. Someone just called
Is that
us
okay?
a kid package. Yeah, really.
Black Lives Matter, Toronto in solidarity with Attawapiskat. We're occupying the Indian and Northern Affairs Canada Toronto office, 25 St. Clair Avenue East, 8th floor. There's, last count a half hour ago, there were 6 police cruisers outside. Media is down there, but they won't let the media in. Any words of wisdom, sister?
Colonialism affects us all. And it never ended. Post-colonialism is a lie.
Here, Carrie's talking to CBC. CBC's on it now. Okay? We've reached CBC and City TV. So, all right.
This is our system. We're working to Indigenous people that are working to kill our people. We're both targeted by the state in similar ways. The ways in which there's mass incarceration in our communities, police violence, a lack of access to proper housing, proper healthcare, resources to keep us alive. These are things that affect both our communities. We're here standing in solidarity because we are occupied land. Indigenous families riding with us in Tent City. The only way that we can be free is with Black and Indigenous solidarity. It's the only way that it can happen. And that's why we're here. We're here because we believe in humanity. We believe in our lives to be free. We're here because we recognize the ways in which violence and trauma is intergenerationally followed for us to have no hope to the point where we want to kill ourselves. Children in reserves are trying to kill themselves because they have lost their entire hope. These systems are working to kill our humanity, are working to kill our children. And that's why we're here. We're here because we are here for justice. We're here for accountability. We're here for our lives. We're here for our children. We're here for our family. Black and Indigenous solidarity.
If any mainstream media like City TV is watching or CBC and they're mirroring this stream, please credit the stream on the screen. Any words to the world, CBC and City TV or Black Lives Matter?
We stand. We stand with our family. We stand with our Indigenous family.
How come anybody doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody works here, and the thing of it is like, where are the Indians? It's supposed to be
So, you know, we should make a call out for like pizza.
Slices at a time.
That's what they tried to do in 40 calls.
Chris and what's her name? Just want to know how long we're going to be here. I'm saying as long as it takes. They're coming down.
Jackie J is on the live chat.
Hi, Jackie.
Sending love to all those at INAC. Office demanding action. Means thank you for those that don't know.
Okay, so I have a meeting at 1 o'clock. Thank you so much.
We're demanding action from this office, the Toronto Regional Office of Indian and Northern Affairs Canada, INAC. Indian and Northern Affairs Canada.
Can someone fix this? I need to, actually I think you do.
No, wait. McLeod, you're coming with me. You have to go city TV.
You're not letting the media in?
Put that down.
Don't let too many people go.
Just like two of y'all.
Gotta get this flag.
There's already.
I know.
Guys, Gary.
They want the flag.
Gary, 2 flags.
We have live stream here, it's okay.
Hey, Gary.
So what's gonna happen? How long's her meeting's gonna take?
Right? Yeah, her phone call.
It's been an hour and 35 minutes
No, that's okay.
since we've been here.
Or ceremonies, they always go as long as it takes, so we'll be here for as long as it takes.
Hello. Hi. So you're the maintenance here, and we got a house next door. Okay. I don't know. Okay, that's okay. Yep, that's all right. Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. This one. Oh,
More people are aware. We also need to hold INAC accountable. Because we found about 11 attempts when I, or 20 attempts last month. I'm talking about decades of people committing suicide and or attempting suicide. We're talking about 3 times higher rates for Indigenous people committing suicide than any other nationality, any other culture. Yeah. So INAC really needs to be accountable, and there needs to be more funding. There needs to be more hospitals, nursing staff that actually are equipped to deal with intergenerational trauma and reserve life. And they need to understand, when they go to these remote areas, exactly what it is that these people face, rather than, because you're dealing with so much more than just, cuts and scrapes or lacerations. You're dealing with a whole 500 years of genocide that these people are having to deal with on a daily basis. So, when we come to INAC, we're basically telling them that, we need more money for community centers, for schooling, for these children, so that they have hope for the future, so that they actually can, become educated and thrive, as opposed to just, sitting in a dormant place, not doing anything. So, what inspiration is there for them? And we're basically making sure that the people of Ottawa-Piscat and James Bay in general and northern Manitoba, that they know that people are hearing what's going on, and that they know that people are backing them. We have people from the East Coast to the West Coast, all the way in Europe, that are supporting us. So we have all across Canada and down south in the States. We have Black Lives Matter. People are listening and they are concerned. And so that's what we're here for today.
Listen. So there's a lady outside that I just met, and she wanted to know how she could support, and I was thinking about the band office, and so she's going to come with a bunch of coffee and tea.
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't.
Would you like me to say that in Ojibwe? I forget the Ojibwe word for coffee. It's what again?
So what was that? That's coffee.
That's coffee.
Oh,
Don't ask coffee with milk and sugar.
They're special.
Yeah, triple.
But tea is negotiable.
Negotiable in Ojibwe. Attawapiskat.
Okay, yeah. When someone asks me to talk, I can't. But it's not talk. It's not.
They'll be like, face behind Black Lives Matter. You know how they, like, literally.
I bet Nikki has an extra one to stick on.
Executive officers. For those watching from Toronto, we're at 25 St. Clair Avenue East, 8th floor. And you'll know the building. It's just east of Yonge. It has, last count an hour ago, there were 6 cop cars. Who knows how many. And there's CBC and City TV and CB24 out there.
So we gotta get that independent media out first. We can beat them to the story before they just
We're live to the world on 4 continents.
maybe like headlines, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Map of Ontario. We are here in Toronto. Attawapiskat is all the way. There's Hudson Bay up there, and James Bay, tip of James Bay. Moosonee is here. This is Attawapiskat, right there. Bottom of James Bay, a lot of other communities. De Beers has a humongous diamond mine where they make billions. It's called the Ring of Fire, where Attawapiskat is, right there. Huge diamond mine, which people are living in shanty shacks, and De Beers is making billions from their resources. And the government is just now, because on Saturday, here is Toronto, over here. Attawapiskat is up there. James Bay, Hudson Bay is up there, Northern Ontario, Manitoba, Northwest Territories. And if you hadn't heard, there was Attawapiskat on Saturday declared state of emergency. They were having an epidemic of suicides, not just the young, but the elders. But on Saturday was a tipping point where 11 suicide attempts, and they were ill-equipped. And the whole world is watching Attawapiskat. If you remember, Chief Teresa Spence is Attawapiskat's chief back in 2012. She did a hunger strike in Ottawa for over 3 weeks. Yeah, that was in December 2012. She started that.
4 days.
How many?
Victoria Island and Ottawa.
34?
44.
44 days.
What's that? Nice.
So we're occupying the offices of INAC, Indian and Northern Affairs Canada, here in Toronto at 25 St. Clair Avenue East of Yonge, demanding further action be taken, and we've been here an hour and 45 minutes. I live streamed as soon as the elevator door opened, that one right there, and nothing has been done. We want to speak to the executive director, regional director as they're called here, and the regional director said that they would only meet with one of us, and we said no, we want them to come out here in an hour and 45 minutes. The police have been here, 45 minutes or so?
Yeah, so what's happening, someone called me and I was watching the live stream and I forgot your name and my wife was asking me, so please forgive me for being ignorant about your name. So just to let you know what we're doing here is we have decided to occupy the INAC office here at 25 St. Clair. Here's Monica, Kathy, the police liaisons here. So what's happening is that the 11 suicides that have happened in Attawapiskat have been...
Last Saturday.
On Saturday. Let her in.
Police liaison.
Yes, hi.
You're live for the world.
Oh, nice to see you. What are you doing? You're causing a ruckus already, eh?
You know what it is, Monica. So,
First Nations police liaison.
So what we're doing here, you know why we're here, right? I don't have to explain this anymore. But the thing of it is that she has agreed to only meet with one of us. The lady who's the regional director here. What's her name? Anna. Why we took over is because we want direct action for INAC to deal with what's happening, not just in Attawapiskat, but within the Northern Reserves, not just with the suicides, but with the Ring of Fire, the resources. And they said that the funding is available till May. It's available till May, but we don't want to wait till May. We want not just a Band-Aid. We don't want just white people showing up on the reserve because they feel guilt and just not deal with the situation. We want a permanent solution so that our nations never have to declare state of emergency. And she refuses to meet with us. She's trying to push us out to later on at a later date, and we're not willing to move. We want to meet with her as a group under the great law of peace that all have a voice, and we're not here to take anyone hostage. We're not here to hurt anybody. We're just here to make our demands met, and we want to meet with everybody here. Wants to meet with her at the same time. We don't want a one-on-one meeting with her. If she's willing to come and step out and chat with us, we're not going to act crazy or scream at her.
She said she's too busy answering phones.
Yeah. And it was actually Kathy's request that you come down. So
as far as, if she were to show up, what would you be asking? And obviously, I get the obvious question.
Like, we want direct action for the people out of Attawapiskat. This is ridiculous. Even here in Toronto, if a kid commits suicide, they have all these resources right at their hand. These people are just sitting here meeting behind closed doors talking about a solution when they should be going up there. Kathleen Wynn says that she's concerned about the people. Well, how come she isn't up there right now? Justin Trudeau says the same thing. Where is he? They're just sitting in their offices. This is blasphemy that our young people are doing this. And we want direct action. We don't want our young kids committing suicide. We want a permanent solution, not a Band-Aid, not just for them to throw money at our nation again.
So if this particular individual comes and talks to your group and yourself,
we want a promise that she's gonna. We want to know what she's gonna do. We want her to act on it today. We don't want her to wait till next week, and we don't want to meet with her at a later date. We want to deal with the issue right here, right now, so that we can all come to a peaceful solution.
hello, and then if she doesn't want to meet today, then what's on the plans of saying that?
I'm going to call Attawapiskat right now.
Okay, but Monica wants to know, so if she
fails to come to talk to you,
what are we going to do?
What happens then? Are you moving to INAC? Are you going to the park?
We'll just stay here. We'll just stay here until that time. And we have been really respectful, except for the Grand Chief. He's young, but we're trying to make sure that he doesn't wreck anything. Like I said, we're not trying to make them feel unsafe. So we told this guy here that we'll only talk to our own people. Right?
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, Monica.
So tell the world.
Oh yeah. So anyway, before
Monica is who?
I forget her last name, but that's not important.
She's the police liaison.
Yeah, she's the Aboriginal police liaison for Toronto. So what's happening? So again, So we want direct action for our people today, not tomorrow, not next week. We just already stated our demands to our liaison that if she is not willing to meet with us and work on the solution today, we're going to stay here as long as we can, and we're going to camp out here, and we are not leaving until a solution is made. We don't want outsiders just throwing a Band-Aid on the solution. We want a permanent solution for our young people. We don't want our young people just committing suicide. And it's not just that. We have other issues. There's poverty. There's unclean drinking water, theft of the resources. We want our nations to have some sort of say and start benefiting and start talking about how we can fix the problems rather than just a temporary solution. And the thing of it is that I just read in the paper that Kathleen Wynne and Justin Trudeau say that they're so concerned about the people of Attawapiskat. Well, how come they're not up there right now? So if they're so concerned, how come they're sending representatives? How come all these non-native people who claim that they're so concerned, how come they're not doing anything? They say that they're concerned about our people, but he's the Prime Minister of Canada. How come he don't fucking fly up to Attawapiskat right now and deal with the situation? He talks about a nation-to-nation alliance. How come he doesn't meet with the chief of Attawapiskat? How come Kathleen Wynne doesn't go up and meet with the chief of Attawapiskat?
Premier of Ontario.
Yeah, who is the Premier of Ontario? This is our land. We have our governor, we have our own system plan systems, we have our faith keepers, our bundle carriers, we have our own constitution, and we never surrendered our land or our territories to anyone else. And we want action for our people, not just in Attawapiskat, but all nations that are on Turtle Island that are suffering from the same thing, whether it's poverty, whether it's unclean drinking water, suicide, rape, theft of the resources, theft of the land. We want action, and we want these people who claim to be our representatives, that the INAC people who claim to be our representatives, we want them to do something today. We don't want to wait till next week. We don't want the money to be released in May. We want the money to be released today. We need a permanent solution. And if it was up to me, I'd fucking fly up there right now. But you know, I got kids and I got a job here, so I can't just get up and pick up an Attawapiskat. But what I do want to say to the people is that what's happening with our people right now, 11 suicides in one night, and it's only the beginning of April. Last month, there was, I believe, 30 suicides up in these northern remote reserves. So they need help today, and they don't need the Red Crosses to show up, and they don't need white counselors to just show up. Okay, we need our own people. We need traditional healers. We need our chiefs, and we know that the chief is in a very predicament right now because he is trying to also deal. I was just told about half an hour ago how she was talking with the chiefs, and hopefully that a solution can come. But we want things to happen today. We don't want things to happen tomorrow. The people of Attawapiskat have been suffering for the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, they declared 4 state of emergencies, and the so-called citizens of Canada don't do anything. The government doesn't do anything. All they want to do is transparency, our money, and all this stuff. And that's not what we need. We need our representatives to understand that the people, that the positions that they're in, that they have a responsibility to act now, not later on, now. And that's why we're here. That's why we're taking over 25 St. Clair Avenue East, because we care about those children. These people were complaining about the smoke, right? The smudge. You're fucking concerned about some smudge over children's lives? What if the Grand Chief himself committed suicide and he's only 3? Is that acceptable? So this is what I'm saying. We have to work together with these people and make them understand that the position that they're in, that they have the absolute authority to make things happen for Attawapiskat. And INAC has been claiming that they've been our representatives since colonization. So we're holding them accountable for what they represent. And if they don't come through, we're going to stay here as long as it takes until the people get what they need. All right, go on.
We're alive. Hi, I wanted to say that I know there's been a lot of prayers sent out, and I just checked the internet, and I see so many people who have been following this occupation, really sending out lots of prayers to us into this occupation. And I want to say that we definitely received those, and then we'd like to also redirect them and send our love and our prayers out to the people of Attawapiskat and the rest of the communities that are in a state of emergency right now. Yeah, and we just hope that everyone continues to do that and continue to realize it's not only Attawapiskat that right now is a state of emergency, but there's also many other First Nations, including Sandy Lake and Cross Lake. And we want to send our prayers to them too. Thank you guys all for streaming with us. I think that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Anytime you want to talk.
I like coming onto this live stream. It's nice.
I know.
Yeah.
It is.
I guess my great grandma was watching it earlier because she just sent me a text. She was like, "Oh, I seen you on the live stream." I was like, "Oh, well."
You want to say hi to your grandmother?
Say happy birthday.
Because it's all instant in the archive, right?
Yeah. Oh, really? That's so nice. Okay, good. Well,
As soon as I hit save, it's instantly archived and available for viewing.
Okay, well, also good on foot then. Love you lots.
I don't know whose phone this is, but I'm unplugging it to put my thing back in.
I have no idea who that is. It's the reception to INAC.
There's two buckets. What is your answer for this? And water. So then we throw the shine and yeah. Because the community has been no. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. They close the water for this Monday or something. Maybe that
Yes, Ojibwe won. Hey, it's been a while. Defending the land and indigenous lives go hand in hand. That's right, Ojibwe won. If you're watching in the archives, this is still Wednesday, April 13th, 2016 for the Deep Archives, but it's approaching midnight. Sigurd, what time is it? 11:53. In 7 minutes begins day 2 of the Occupy INAC. So that's 14 hours. Holy moly. Approaching 14 hours.
we all had a
for those that missed it, 2 James Bay INAC offices are also being occupied. So now there's 3 occupied INAC offices. This one here in Toronto, and 2 we found out earlier today in the evening. 2 on James Bay INACs. I'm assuming it's the Ontario side and the Quebec side, but I have no idea. So that's glorious, glorious news. 10:55 in Red Lake. There you go. Is that Red Lake, Saskatchewan, or Manitoba? Ojibwe 1.
We have multiple barriers in place, and we're about to finish it. You have multiple barriers, you have a chain link fence and a building. What are you talking about? And then
Red Lake, Ontario. Thank you, Ojibwe. That's way up there if you're an hour behind. That's got to be near Kenora there. Because Ontario is in 2 different time zones.
That was down in the States, but it was rated here. So it's something about a worker fell off a ladder and the concern wasn't really going to the it was more about the safety issues of, rise and ladders and security emergency contacts. And so it's and not with the ladder, because you're not really concerned the health of your worker. Because they completely dismissed. How is he? Yeah. And she went on and we yeah. So you still have a standard one. If you look like YouTube first and get like all those.
Holy moly. You cut out, shot victim 5 times in the cop shot someone at Bloor and Young tonight. Victim shot 5 times in the, and you cut out there, grassroots committee. Bloor and Young. Just 2 south of here, 5 minutes by car. That's right, Ojibwe 1. Police state violence has got to stop. Nice. Grassroots committee, I was the last to leave. Yes, Ethan Young, we learned, this was the first, we're at 25 St. Clair Avenue East in Toronto. We're at the 8th floor, so we occupied this at 10:15. Then we found out earlier in the evening there was Occupy James Bay INAC. And then a couple hours later we found out that there was a second INAC office in James Bay that was also occupied. So this is the third INAC. There's three. Two in James Bay. We do not know how many offices in and around James Bay of INAC it is. We do not know which offices of INAC in James Bay are, but we know that two INAC James Bay offices. We're assuming one on Quebec, one in Ontario side. We don't know, but we can confirm there's three. Cop shot the person in the back 5 times. Cowards. Cowards.
Oh, beautiful.
Jap H on the live chat says, been following you all night and will continue to. Solidarity from an ally. Yar.
From outside.
Oh, so many, that's
I
nice.
know. Yeah, they're still holding their guys, we made it to 12 a.m. Woo, it's been like how many hours now?
Which place? Sorry?
It's 12 a.m. now.
Yay!
How many hours have we been at it?
14 hours.
14 hours. And I guess it's opening up here at 8:30 a.m. So we only have 8.5 more hours to go until we can bring in more people. Woo!
Yeah, we'll see how they deal with it. Because if they go as far as shutting off the air here since noon, 1 o'clock, I would guess they shut the air off. And then, they overreacted with the cops, so we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, yes, right, but that's a good point. 8:30, yeah.
They're going to have to let it open it back up, eh? There'll be people coming in for their jobs and whatnot. They'll keep those INAC people on the table. It's a big fucking building though, still. We're on the 8th floor.
Yeah.
8th floor, 25 St.
Hey,
Clair's.
Shanger, do you want to give your, just when I can give your rest of
They already have it.
Rachel lost it. She didn't say it.
And she wrote it down. Yeah, yeah. I would say there's 7 on the 8th floor here, 7 police here. I know at one point there was 7 cruisers outside and 2 paddy wagons. I also know that there's about 40 to 50 supporters outside, and in solidarity. I know that when we came in this morning, around just after 10 a.m., Black Lives Matter Toronto was here in solidarity with us, and I know a lot of their members are outside as well. They've been supporting us all day, and thank you to Black Lives Matter Toronto supporting the First Nations. I want to repeat, and this is extremely important, this peaceful assembly here is led by the First Nations people, and we as allies and Black Lives Matter Toronto, we are allies, and we are at the behest of whatever the First Nations. So as to how the day unfolded, how long it's going to be, all I like to say, it's not my department. It really isn't. I have enough things trying to do to keep the miracle of this live stream going.
and I have a lot of things to worry about. And I'm just an ally. And whatever they need, if they want to leave, like right now, if that's what they decided, then we're out of here. But it's up to them. And really, I think the regional director of this office here, she could have averted all this by actually having a proper meeting with everybody instead of talking at each other. She caused this today. She could have diffused the situation and really, really been sincere about things, but she wasn't. I believe her name is Anna. I don't know her real name. So because of her, the way I see it, this is why we're here now. She could have averted this, but no. The whole point is why the First Nations people here decided to come here is to ask about Attawapiskat. What about the youth of Attawapiskat? All they wanted was a meeting with the director here and have a sincere discussion about what they're sincerely going to do, instead of for 3.5 hours dragging that out. Within a half hour, the police came here this morning, and for 3 hours, all she did is she couldn't meet. She wanted to meet one First Nations person behind closed doors, and they said no. You come out here. So for 3 hours she hummed and hawed, talked to the police, and then when she finally came out, it was only after all the mainstream media was here. And she did her obligatory 3 to 5 minutes, if even that, of talking at the First Nations people here. Typical INAC regional director, we know the Indian agents, you know how nasty their history is. Well, it ain't no different in this day and age, and she could have changed everything, and it could have been, but no, she had to be a real prick about it, for lack of a better way of explaining it, so you understand it. So here, 14 hours later, it's after midnight. I guess now I could officially say it is day 2 of Occupy INAC. What do you have to say? Yes, the regional director is only a puppet. That's right, and they're the equivalent, like the nasty, Indian agents back in the day. Yeah. I must say, as a public sector union activist, I don't know how to put it mildly. I'll say it in Icelandic. The regional director here, I believe her name is Anna. She's a real... I don't even want to use Icelandic. But she is not a nice lady, the regional director of this. No wonder INAC has problems.